Hey there, how you doing? This is Welsh ASMR 82, and I've been promising for a while this is probably one of my most requested videos. I've already done a PSV and an Ajax and a national team video in English. I'll do them again in the future as my Dutch improves. But yeah, we're going to look at Feyenoord, and we're going to look at the history of this great club, who are, as I speak on the 23rd of May 2023, champions of the Netherlands, of the Eredivisie. So if you're one of those people that requested this video, then why don't you click like straight away and drop me 1,000 comments to help this video travel as far as possible, and the rest of you can just sit back and relax and hopefully fall asleep. I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, Feyenoord. Rotterdam is a Dutch professional association football club in Rotterdam, which plays in the Eredivisie, the top tier in Dutch football. Founded as Wilhelmina, I did not know that, in 1908, the club changed to various names before settling on being called after its neighbourhood. In 1912 as SC Feyenoord, with a different spelling. Updated in 1974 to Feyenoord with a Y. And then to Feyenoord in 1978 when it split from the amateur club under its wing, SC Feyenoord. Since 1937, Feyenoord's home ground has been the Stadion Feyenoord, named De Kuip, the Tub, the second largest stadium in the Netherlands. Okay, let's look at some of the info here first before we carry on. So that's the club's badge with the black circle outside, gold trims, and the red and white of their shirt in the middle with a gold F for Feyenoord. The club and the Maas, the club on the Meuse, the Stadion Club, the club van het volk, de trots van Zuid. 1908, 115 years ago. We'll take a look at the Cape. 51,177 capacity. Toon van Bodegom is the chairman. Arne Slot, very, very sought after manager. I wouldn't be shocked if he were not there next season, unfortunately. As is the case with Dutch football, if a player or a manager does really well, then he gets snapped up by some other European powerhouse the next season, unfortunately. Love the stadium, it's so original. And judging on the noise they made when they played Roma, when I watched that in the Europa League recently, it is an absolute cauldron. So, Stadion Feyenoord, more commonly known by its nickname De Kuip, is a stadium in Rotterdam, Netherlands, completed in 1937. The name is derived from the Feyenoord district in Rotterdam and from the club with the same name, although the club's name was internationalised to Feyenoord in 1973. The stadium's original capacity was 64,000. In 1949 it was expanded to 69, and in 1994 it was converted to a 51,117 seat all-seater. In 1999 a significant amount of restoration and interior work took place at the stadium prior to its use as a venue in Euro 2000, although capacity was largely unaffected. That's a lovely shot of the inside of it as well. And in Euro 2000 it hosted that unbelievable game that Norway beat Spain 1-0 with a header from a corner. Denmark lost home to the Netherlands 3-0. Portugal beat Germany, another incredible game, put Germany out of the group stage. That fantastic side that Portugal had at the time. I think was it like Figo and Rui Costa. Deco, no, not Deco at that point. Netherlands also beating Yugoslavia. That game was insane. 6-1. And France beating... Oh, the final happened there. France beating Italy in the final. 2-1. I think was it Trezeguet who scored the winner. Off the top of my head. I absolutely loved that tournament when I was younger. 2000, how old was I? 23 years younger. I think I was in university. Okay. Feyenoord is one of the most successful clubs in Dutch football, winning 16 Dutch football championships, 13 cups, 4 Johan Cruyff Shields. Internationally, it was one of European. It has won one European Cup, 2 UEFA Cups, and 1 Intercontinental Cup. The club has played continuously in the top 10 of the Dutch football system since gaining promotion to the Eerste Klasse, the Eredivisi's forerunner competition, in 1921, more times than any other club in the country, including the likes of Ajax and PSV. Feyenoord is known as the People's Club with large national support. Its most successful period was the 60s and 70s, when Koen Moulijn and Ove Kindval led the club to 6 league titles, 2 European trophies and an Intercontinental Cup, thereby becoming the first Dutch club in history to win both the European Cup and the Intercontinental Cup. In the 21st century, Feyenoord ended an 18-year league title drought in 2017 and won the 2002 UEFA Cup against Borussia Dortmund in its home stadium, which makes them the first and still the last team from the Netherlands to win a European trophy this century. Unbelievable when you think about the quality of the Dutch teams. But I guess it must be really difficult when all the players at the end of the season get stolen by big clubs in England and Italy and Spain. Feyenoord has a long-standing rivalry with their arch-rival Ajax, a clash between the two teams from the 2 biggest cities in the Netherlands called the Klassieker. The club's anthem is hand in hand. The home shirt colours are red and white split down the middle, with both the shorts and socks being black. As of 2017, Feyenoord is a multi-sports club. Okay, history. The football club Wilhelmina was founded in the pub De Vereniging on the 19th of July 1908 and played in blue-sleeved red shirts and white shorts. Between 1908, 10, 11 and 12, the club underwent a series of changes of name and team colours, becoming Hillesleuser Football Club in 1909 and then RVV Celeritas. Upon earning promotion to the National Football Association in 1912, the club renamed to SC Feyenoord after the city district in which the team was founded. Where was I? And changed uniform once again, adopting the red and white shirts, black shorts and black socks that they still wear today. In 1917, Feyenoord were promoted to the highest level of Dutch football and moved to the ground Kromme Sandweg. After 16 years, the formation of the club, and a mere 3 years after they were promoted for the second time to the highest level of Dutch football, Feyenoord earned their first honours by capturing the National League Championship in 1924. The team enjoyed a string of successes in the latter half of the decade, taking divisional titles in 26, 27, 28 and 29, and winning their second national championship in 28. Feyenoord won their first Dutch Cup in 1930 by scoring the only goal in a derby against Excelsior. They continued to dominate their division with 3 consecutive titles, but were winless in subsequent championship finals. 5 years after their first cup win, Feyenoord took the prize for a second time in 35 by beating HVV Helmond. Okay, let's go down to the golden era for a second. Feyenoord claimed their first professional Eredivisie championship and their 6th Dutch championship in 1961. On the road to the title, Ajax was beaten 9-5 in De Kuip. 4 of Feyenoord's goals were scored by Henk Schouten. The following season they played their first European Cup match facing IFK Göteborg. The Swedes were beaten 3-0 in Göteborg in Gothenburg and 8-2 in Rotterdam. Feyenoord were eliminated by Tottenham Hotspur in the following round. In 62, Feyenoord successfully defended their Dutch championship title and reached the final of the Intertoto Cup, 61-62, where Feyenoord faced arch-rival Ajax in the final and subsequently lost 4-2. Let's have a look at more recent stuff. Millennium During the 1999-2000 season, Feyenoord participated in the Champions League for the second time. This time the club managed to finish second in their group, behind Rosenborg and ahead of Borussia Dortmund. Feyenoord reached the second group stage, back when it had two group stages incidentally. And Sigurd wins against Marseille and Lazio home and away. Chelsea won both clashes, and as a result Feyenoord had to win their last group match away to Marseille to reach the knockouts. The final result was 0-0, not bad, and Feyenoord were eliminated. Feyenoord again participated in the Champions League in 2001-2002, finishing third in a group containing Bayern Munich, Sparta Prague and my team Spartak Moscow. This made Feyenoord continue their European season in 2001-2002 UEFA Cup, instead of the second Champions League group stage. The disappointment of failing to reach the second group stage eventually resulted in optimism and celebration. By defeating Freiburg and Rangers, Feyenoord faced fellow Dutch club PSV in the quarter-finals, both matches ending in 1-1 draws, going to extra time and penalty shootout. Pierre van Hooijdonk, a name I've not heard for such a long time, who had a superb season by scoring many free-kick goals, secured Feyenoord's win by scoring a 90th minute equaliser, before finishing PSV off by scoring the last goal in the penalty shootout. A 1-0 win in Milan against Internazionale, and a 2-2 return match in Rotterdam then earned Feyenoord a spot in the final against Borussia Dortmund. Coincidentally, the final was being held at the Cape, and as a result, most spectators inside the stadium were Feyenoord fans. Feyenoord took a 2-0 lead thanks to another free-kick goal and penalty by Van Hooijdonk. Early in the second half, Marcio Amoroso scored a goal to make it 2-1. Jon Dahl Tomasson, now manager of Blackburn, then made it 3-1 and things looked good for Feyenoord. Dortmund only managed to score one more goal and the cup was won by Bert van Marwijk's Feyenoord. A huge party erupted in and outside the Cape, not only because of the title but because the final was held several days after Rotterdam's political figure Pim Fortuyn was murdered. Many fans were still full of emotion before and after the match. As a result of the murder of the cup was not officially celebrated in the city centre. Oh wow. Okay, let's go to more recent stuff. As the Dutch champions, Feyenoord qualified directly for the 2017-18 UEFA Champions League group stage. The team was drawn against Man City, Shakhtar Donetsk and Napoli. Ouch, what a tough group. And eventually lost its first 5 matches. I don't blame them. However, the last home match against Napoli ended in victory, winning 2-1. That same season, Feyenoord was not able to win the Dutch Championship again, but won the Dutch Cup after beating AZ 3-0 in the final. For the 2001-2002 season, Feyenoord participated in the inaugural, edition of the Europa Conference League. The team managed to reach the final, but lost 1-0 to Italian club Roma. In 2023, Feyenoord won the Eredivisie by 3-0 from the go-ahead Eagles. So that's already, someone's added that, I like it. Can you tell me, is Roma now one of your biggest rivals in Europe as a result of the final loss and the semi-final loss in the Europa League this year? Be nice because I'm a Roma fan. Okay, should we have a look? We've had a look at the stadium. Shall we have a look? Oh, what? That's so funny. Notable supporters of Feyenoord include Craig Bellamy, a Welshman from Cardiff, Wouter Bos, Gerard Cox, Robert Einhorn, DJ Paul Elstak, Arjen Erkel, Dennis van de Geest, Ernesto Hoost, Jan Marijnissen, Mark Rutte, the Prime Minister of the Netherlands, and Raymond Sluiter. Raymond Sluiter, Lee Towers, Dennis van der Geest, Robert Einhorn and Renate Verbaan have all officially been Feyenoord ambassadors. Okay. Rotterdam is the city of the most professional teams in the Netherlands. Besides Feyenoord, there are Sparta Rotterdam and Excelsior. I didn't realise. It says on the badge though, so I should have known. There is a rivalry between the teams, mostly between Feyenoord and Sparta, as Excelsior used to be Feyenoord's feeder club, but is not comparable to other local derbies. The rivalry between Sparta and Feyenoord is mostly seen as on the Sparta side. Feyenoord also have a rivalry abroad against Tottenham Hotspur, following several violent clashes between the club supporters and Tottenham's link to Ajax. So one of my best friends is from Amsterdam, and he is an Ajax and Tottenham fan, so I thought that is a thing. Okay, let's have a look at their current team, shall we? Current squad. Justin Bijlo, really good goalkeeper in goals. Pedersen, Geertruide, Hartman, Rasmussen, Jan Baksh. Does so much better in this league than he did for Brighton in the Premier League. Timber, brilliant talent. Danilo, Kukcu, absolutely amazing player. Dilrosun, Paixão, Marcos Lopez, Szymanski, I like him a lot. I remember him from Russian football. Gernot Trauner, FIFA, Marciano, Vellenreuter, Vorlemark, Benita Tabuni, Idrissi, on loan from Sevilla, he's really good. Casan Vigo, Santiago Jimenez, he's had a fantastic season. Pajaude and Hansko. Okay, and I think I'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much for watching. Click like, drop me a comment. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe. And thank you so much. If you want another club done in the near future, leave that in the comment and I will add it to the list. The one with the most mentions gets to go first. So make sure that if you see someone else mention it, also mention it as well for extra backup. Okay, take care everyone. Thanks for watching.